Would anybody like to do anything?
Can I spot hidden?
You can. What do you specifically want to look around at? The things in this room again are there's a weird metal coffer on the ground and 2 dead bodies.
What's a metal coffer, by the way?
It's kind of like a big,
like a little chest.
Yeah, like a big metal chest that's like.
Well, I'll look in there because it looks like a treasure chest to me. Because I'm a kid.
All right.
So roll.
I just read the description of it. It's just going to be really funny.
Okay. I did not get it.
That's still probably enough.
Spot hidden.
Yeah. That's still probably enough to kind of at least inspect it a little bit to know what's going on with it. So there's it's like rather large. It's almost like like a child coffin. Like that's how big it is. So it's relatively decent.
Measurement.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it could fit a kid in it. Like it's a large coffin.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a child, like any child in this room could
12-year-old kid could probably fit.
Probably a 12-year-old kid could. No, and it appears to be made out of lead. And it looks like at one point it contained some sort of dust that is now scattered all over the floor. In between where the lid would be and like where the indent of the lid fits seems to be some sort of weird little wax. But that's all you can really gather from what it is. It's just a big, ugly box that had like some sort of weird dust in it, and there's wax on the weird indent of the dust. Would anybody else like to do anything?
I'm going to open up the shotgun to see if there are any loaded shells.
There are no loaded shells in it.
I'm going to look around for ammo.
Okay. Roll search hidden. Or spot hidden. I keep saying search. It's not a thing. That's like Delta Green, I think.
Search.
Yeah.
While everybody's searching around, I'm going to grab another real-life beer.
Roll search.
Yeah, I'll search for one as well.
Search for one? You didn't...
Alright, I failed.
Okay. So you kind of look around and you don't really notice anything. Donna and Remy... Well, Donna, you already kind of sort of did something. Remy, what do you do?
Remy will talk to Amelia and say, like, it's a part of nature. Death, life. Do you want us to take these bodies and, like, throw them outside? Just commit them to Mother Nature?
It's my grandfather. She just kind of looks at you and just, like, her cheeks teared up. And she just kind of looks at you. I'm trying to remember what happened. I was here. I was definitely here. And I can't remember what happened. And she just kind of gets up, stands up, and she starts to kind of pensively walk around the room as she's thinking.
I'll go up to her and remind her of how we found her.
You found me in the middle of the road? I was... okay. What was I running from? Must be the light, but why? Where did it come from? And she's still pensively walking around, trying to kind of put the pieces together.
I will examine the bodies.
Both
Look
of
them over. Yeah.
Sure. Which one would you like to examine first?
Not shotgun, the other one.
The one that had the shotgun, or the one that got shot by the shotgun?
Yeah, the one that had the shotgun.
Okay. Roll spot hidden. So what you find is he's kind of dressed like a burglar. First of all, is what you notice. Like he has like a kind of a ski mask thing going on. He's dressed in black clothes. He has you find his wallet on him, and when you open it, you notice that it has a picture of him with his arm around the waitress from the diner, and then there's another man like looking like he's their best friend standing next to both of them.
It's not Burt Reynolds, is it?
What is
It's not Burt Reynolds.
What does the best friend look like?
He's kind of a handsome man. He's blonde. He's got shorter hair. A little fit. Looks like I guess you could say he looks like a hero in an old movie because like he's just that kind of attractive, like superstar
So
attractive. A little bit, but your guys' age, more so your guys' age though.
Remy will hold
James
up,
Dean.
Remy will hold up
James
the
Dean is
wallet for Amelia and for whoever else is around. This doesn't look like your grandpa.
That's Billy. She kind of like looks at the other guy in the photo, like the third wheel in the photo. She looks at him and she goes, "That's okay. That's Billy. Billy. He was here. He was here, but he's not here right now."
Is he?
No, I think he was trying to be.
Oh yeah. Good.
He came here, and he was talking to me about wanting to go on a date. And then she kind of goes back into thought again, still wondering what's going on. But she's starting to put the pieces together a bit more. There's more rooms in this house too, by the way. If anybody wants to go,
I was gonna start looking through other rooms.
I'm gonna follow Klaus
because he's on a mystery. Yeah. So, if you decide to go into other rooms in the house, there's a kitchen that you can kind of see the door's already, like, it's not really a door, it's just kind of like a doorway. There's a kitchen that you can kind of see behind the bodies, and then the hallway that you were back in when you first came into the house is behind you guys, and those are the only two rooms that kind of lead through this room.
So it was, they're like a branch off from the hallway we walked in?
Yeah, essentially.
Okay.
It's like this room's kind of connected to a hallway, and then the hallway has like a few doors on it, but yeah.
I'll go down the hallway.
Okay. So in the hallway, there's a door that leads to a bathroom. The bathroom door is kind of ajar, so you can tell that it's already a bathroom. From there are 4 other doors, 2 on the right, 2 on the left.
Well, I'll go on the first one on the left.
First one on the left. Okay, that looks like, you open it and it immediately looks like a woman's room. There's like, there's a bed on there that has like kind of, flowery looking covers and everything like that, and then there's a wardrobe and everything like that. But yeah, no, it appears to be somebody's room, a woman's room specifically.
Alright, yeah, if it just looks like a normal room, and not like the master room, I'm just gonna go to the next room.
Okay. So you go to the room directly across from it, and that room kind of looks like a study. This looks like a room maybe a doctor would, like, do his office research in. It's got kind of like a nice outlet window in the back. There's a large bureau on the right, and on the left there's just books upon books of medical studies.
Alright, I'm gonna look around here to see if there's anything, unique, different, that wouldn't normally be in someone's house.
Well, the first thing that stands out immediately is that there's a bunch of papers on top of the desk in this room, that's in front of that big, large bay window. Some of these papers mention something along, they're like, medical papers of, like, bills and stuff like that, of, like, you can deduce from seeing them that they are the bills that this doctor's umbrella network kind of tackles. Like as if he's in charge of a few hospitals in the area, and these are where the bills go, and he has to, like, check them to make sure that the accounting and all them is done correctly and everything like that. And the only thing that stands out immediately on them is you recognize the name Remy Walstead's on one of them.
I'm going to look at that one and snoop.
It says something along the lines of Remy Walstead recently was checked out, and she has an STD that is commonly known as crabs.
I'm in the room.
I'm gonna
You notice, when you pick that one up, you notice another familiar paper.
Oh, what does that say?
That one has Rita's name on it, which is the player.
Yeah.
That one also says she was checked out recently and also has crabs.
They have hermit crabs.
Yes, they have.
I have hermit crabs.
Benny would fucking have worm crabs. That's such like a nerd kid pet to have.
I painted Yu-Gi-Oh things on their shelves.
I'm gonna just slowly put them back down after being horrified, and then continue to just keep looking through this room for the moment.
The only other thing you really notice is that the bureau is locked with a really big keypad, or key lock.
Oh.
Otherwise, it's the medical jargon books that seem pretty normal for this type of room, and yeah.
I'm just for search purposes. I'm going to tug on the lock anyways to see if it just comes open.
It doesn't come open. It just comes open.
You never know.
You never know.
Then I'll just keep moving on to the next room then.
Alrighty, we'll cut back
They
to.
come open all the time.
Yeah, we'll cut back to the other room. Would anybody in the room with Amelia and the 2 dead bodies like to do anything else?
I'd like to comfort Amelia by doing my classic back rub into the butt cheek squeeze.
That's oddly comforting.
Weirdly, it's working.
Weirdly, I don't know what it is, but it's working for me. But
I'm trying to figure out why. I want to ask her about her grandparents. Like, why would this happen?
well, okay. My grandfather was always kind of a strict man. Nice to me, but if you ever did anything he didn't agree with, he would really get in your face about it, it seemed. What was happening? Billy came over. He was trying to court me. Then Grandpa came out and started yelling at him about how it's indecent and that I need to stay pure or something. Then there was a gunshot. And then the coffer fell down. And then there was a big light. And then she just kind of sits down on the couch, still trying to kind of put everything together.
It kind of sounds like you were here when this all went down. Which makes
I was.
surprising.
I was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why were you surprised to find their dead bodies when we got here?
I had a shock and I forgot until I saw them
How
again.
convenient.
She just kind of looks a little scared. What are you suggesting?
I don't even know. Who was holding the shotgun again? Was that Grandpa?
No, that was somebody I didn't know. Billy seemed to recognize him, but I don't know who that was. Billy's not here, is he? She just kind of looks around. Klaus, you have not seen any signs of any other person here.
Okay.
Who's Billy? Where can we find Billy?
He was here, but now he's not here. Maybe he escaped when I did. My grandfather had something on him. I can't remember what it was right now, but there was something on him.
I'll switch the other body.
Was it a shirt? You were specific.
Was it a shirt? I mean, yeah, but so you're gonna search the other body?
Death is a part of life.
Roll search hidden or spot hidden.
Ooh, spot hidden now, 47.
You got a 47. So you find the only odd thing I guess you can say you find on him is a locket.
I will take the locket. Does this look familiar?
Yeah, give me that. And she takes it from you, and she kind of investigates it a little bit. And there's like a turny knob on where the necklace connects, and she twists it, and a key kind of comes out of the bottom of it. She's like, "This had something to do with it." And she just kind of wonders what it was really quick for a bit, and she's like, "His bureau, yes!" And you just see her kind of run off into the other room.
I mean, I feel like we should ask her just like a general sense of what's going on.
She doesn't seemingly know. She's kind of putting it together as she's seeing everything again.
I think this body, and like she pokes one of the dead bodies with the shotgun. He was dating the waitress, and like there's a guy named Billy, and Grandpa's dead. That's what I got.
Wow, that's very helpful.
Thanks, Donna.
There's
Just you yourself a
something
little
called burnout. And, but never mind about that. None of that's conclusive. Let's go. I'll follow her to the bureau.
So I'm essentially going to run into her as I'm in the room.
Yeah,
Wait, I'm also there too, right?
Yeah, you were with Klaus, but basically you were just kind of following him around. But yeah, as you go to kind of leave the office, you see her kind of bump into you. She's like, "Did you see a place where this can go?"
There's locked one right there.
Oh, okay, and she hands it to you.
I'm gonna use it.
Okay, sounds good. So, okay, so you unlock Dr. Webb's his bureau, And what you find inside are $600 in cash, an account book for Arkham First National Bank, a pot of funny-smelling wax ointment, a pile of legal documents, and a black leather-bound journal. So there's just like a pile of shit, and then a journal is kind of like poking out underneath it.
I'm going to read the journal.
Alrighty.
I sit
I'm not
like
going-
cross-legged on the floor, and I'm like super into it.
My accent's bad enough. I'm just going to read this normal.
That's fine.
The useful, if unorthodox, resident of the casket are Sin Eater is, as far as I can ascertain, no creature currently known to science.
I'm going to pause you right there. Benny, out of the corner of your eye, you notice a shadow puppet on the wall.
Ah.
And
I
it's
don't
kind
say
of,
anything. I just see it. I'm
yeah,
like, oh,
and it's just
fucking
kind of going like...
It's
like
like the. It's like he's telling the story, but he's like being really into it.
Okay, you can continue.
Where it came from and when, I do not know, nor did my predecessor from whom I inherited it, though it is undoubtedly centuries old, if not more. Its uses have been many over the years, although we have predominantly used it to rid our community of lewd behaviors.
I'm going to pause you again. The shadow puppet turns into a hand and tells you to come closer, Benny.
I scooch forward, still cross-legged, but like it's like a dog dragging its ass on the floor.
Okay, you can continue.
Those who commit the atrocious acts of premarital fornication, we especially target. We shall not tolerate anything less than abstinence. I had to use it on my wife, for the devil had found its way into her. One night, she had asked me to perform something so vile, so atrocious, I can barely bring myself to write it down.
I'm going to pause you one more time. Benny, how close are you to the shadow puppet?
I'm about, I want to say 5 feet away from the wall.
All right. Suddenly the shadow just kind of starts to come closer to you. Like off the wall almost.
I start to scooch backwards, but I still remain cross-legged. So it's like...
Okay, you can continue.
She had asked me to use my tongue to lick her.
Jesus.
She needed to be destroyed for the betterment of the country. My daughter wanted to wear a tube top to a party for that, and for that she could not be allowed to live.
Fucking.
I rest with a satisfied conscience, for while I am a doctor with an oath to uphold, no one who would ask someone to eat their can be human, so therefore I have not broken my oath.
So here's page 2. This doctor was a prude.
Getting a taste of that brown toothpaste.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No.
It is important to note, as I learned the hard way, if the Sin Eater has been unleashed with no prior prepared target, the Sin Eater will continue to go about killing anyone with the sin of premarital sex, so as in all things, safety first. Should the Sin Eater escape its confines, then the only way to recall it is to provide it with a suitable prepared patient. Simply draw on the mark shown on the next page onto the patient's forehead in blood, preferably the patient's, but any old blood will do. The patient must be alive at the point of contact, and it does not work on animals. If the patient is conscious, then they must be restrained. Once all preparations are in order, recite the passage phonetically below as transcribed. The Sin Eater shall perform its task, and then return to its coffer. Once it is inside, seal the lid shut with wax ointment liberally. And then it is the symbol and the incantation.
As you guys lift up from reading the documents, you notice Benny is missing.
Ugh.
Benny, no!
I was gonna say, a little more drama would be nice. Jeez.
Yeah, Jerry, what the fuck? It's your
I'm
little
not in the
brother.
same room as them.
Oh, you
I don't
didn't
know
know?
if he's gone yet.
I didn't go anywhere there.
Oh, really? What are you two doing?
They're doing
I'm still comforting. Oh, I was comforting Amelia.
I'm
Oh,
gonna,
no, she's in the room with the other ones. Yeah.
I'm going to shout for Jerry.
Oh, I'm gonna say I'm not in the same room because I thought I was in the same room, and I would have kept an eye on my brother if I would have been.
That makes sense.
No, you were busy, my friend.
Jerry!
That.
Did you yell for me?
Can we just yell for Jerry right now?
Yell for Jerry. Roll for Jerry.
Jerry.
Your brother is missing.
I have to roll to yell?
No.
No, no.
No, that was a joke.
The acting. It's like, oh, Jerry. No, like, is that the yelling? I'm
Jerry.
sorry. Is my brother Benny bothering you? Benny, come down here. Quit bothering people.
Benny is missing.
No, Benny. Benny, stop bothering him. Come back downstairs.
I don't even think this house has an upstairs.
No, this is
Upstairs.
Mysteries are solved on the second floor, Dave.
They're always on the second floor. The way you make it so that nobody can think that a thing is on the second floor is to just not put a second floor.
He's in the master bedroom on the second floor. I said, Benny, come down. I go up the stairs.
There's no stairs. Okay, I lied. There are stairs, but it's down, not up.
I go to the bedroom. All right, guys, where's Benny? Awfully quiet, guys.
He was just sitting on my lap, and he started to walk towards that wall. And I poured towards the wall.
Is there a closet or anything on that wall?
He was
Nope.
scooching away from me, which I thought was very odd, because no one scooches away from Donna Mae Bryant. And he was heading towards that wall. That's all I remember.
I go and knock on the wall. Benny, is there a secret door?
No. No response.
Benny, this is not the time to play hide and seek, Benny.
Can I ask Remy what she thinks happens? Because she seems very insightful.
Remy will take a big whiff of what is prepubescence and super soaker and try to sense where Benny is.
Okay. Roll weedology. Yes.
Roll the track.
Or track.
Except weed.
This is a track one too. That's fine.
This might be the best like fantasy class to come out of your
Reefer, yeah, out of Reefer Madness, the weed wizard is the best
I'd
class.
say the weed witch, yeah.
74 out of 76, so yes, I passed.
Okay, so you can kind of sense Benny might be in the basement.
I smell him. I smell him downstairs.
Why didn't you guys just tell me he went downstairs? Gosh. I
I'm gonna
like
head
march
downstairs.
downstairs. Like I'm upset with him.
You walk downstairs upset with him?
Yeah.
Remy will like, grab you by the arm and kind of like lead you down, wafting all the way.
Benny! Benny, you're disrupting my mojo here, Benny.
As you open the door to the basement, it's just completely black down there.
I will pull out my lighter.
That helps a little bit, but the basement seems to be about the entire size of the house itself, so that means it's so big
This house
that your
is
lighter
2 floors
doesn't.
tall.
It's definitely 2 floors tall, and that has everything to do with the width of it. But like, you light your lighter, and it doesn't give you much of a light, but you can still see a little bit further in. But all you see inside is like the floor is completely wet. There's bricks kind of everywhere, and that's all you can really see.
I will light up 2 J's and give one to Jerry. Every little bit helps.
Okay.
You see,
like a match.
like a match. That's amazing. As you get kind of closer into the basement, all of a sudden a spotlight kind of shows up on the wall. And it looks like the shadow of Benny sitting in a chair.
Benny!
Here's Benny sitting in a chair.
Benny! Mom said you have to listen to me if I was going to take you anywhere, so move your ass, Benny.
The
There,
shadow.
I said it.
There's a shadow of a hand slowly descending on Benny's shadow.
Benny, stop playing with finger puppets, Benny! I'll walk over and I'm going to grab him and pull him out of the chair like
The
I'm
thing
upset with him.
is, you don't know where Benny is in the room. When you go further into the room, you notice that Benny is not down here. But then as you look up, the hand lifts up, like comes out of the wall, and it's made out of light, and it comes right at you. Roll Dex.
Sure. I just want to state right now.
44. I mean,
You guys have
yeah,
never
I passed by a lot.
You passed by a lot. Wait, what'd you say, Tom?
I just want to say right now, for the record, you guys have never killed me yet.
Don't tempt me! You're a child, I can't!
I feel like I have plot armor, but...
So you manage to kind of back up enough before this light kind of touches you, but then this like kind of light kind of comes out of the wall, and it starts to shine in the entire basement. You see Benny's kind of up against the far wall of the basement, like looking terrified, pressed up against the wall, but he was like hidden in the dark, completely like on the opposite end of where this light's coming from.
Benny, stop playing with the lights. We gotta get out of here.
If you're not gonna run,
We're gonna run. I'm run to grab him.
Oh, okay.
And, like,
go. Yeah.
and just leave.
Everybody who's in the basement, so I guess that's Benny. Benny, roll with advantage. Technically, this is a point where Jerry rolls with disadvantage because of Benny, and then Remy just rolls Dex.
But don't I get advantage with my virgin luck when I'm rolling to escape danger?
Yeah. Okay, I forgot your skill. Yeah.
So is it just normal roll? I got a 54. Do I roll twice or just once?
No, just the once.
I've succeeded that time.
And then Ty, what did you get?
I would spend 2 to make it work.
You spent 2 to make it work. Okay, so you all managed to get out of the basement, and then the door, you can see the lights start to come up the stairs of the basement. The door is still open.
Klaus and I are making out for some reason.
You leave Donna alone for 2 seconds.
Mom told you to stop playing with the circuit breakers, and they shut the door.
In front of Amelia. Amelia's there just like...
Amelia's just watching like, so what did you find
We're
out?
sitting on Amelia's lap.
She's hitting Remy's bong and just going.